inside Saudi Arabia $8 billion megacity. Welcome guys, today we'll be exploring the exciting megacity of Saudi Arabia, just as we know that it's a place full of numerous tourists and people looking for relaxation. Saudi Arabia has been proposed as the location to build a giant turtle-shaped yacht called Pangeos. If built, the project would be the largest sea vessel ever built, essentially a giant floating city. Before continuing, please like and subscribe if you are new to this channel. Sit back and relax. The Pangeos concept was conceived by a team of shipbuilders and architects striving to meet the challenges of rapid urbanization and climate change. With rising sea levels and increasing population densities in coastal areas, the idea of floating cities emerged as a solution to these pressing problems. The Pangeos project aims to create a sustainable and adaptive living environment that can withstand the impacts of climate change while offering a unique experience for its residents. In a bold and far-sighted move, plans are underway to build the $8 billion floating megaship city called Pangeos. The ambitious project seeks to redefine the concept of urban living by creating autonomous mobile cities that can traverse the world's oceans. Pangeos represents a giant leap in marine engineering and urban planning and aims to offer an unprecedented level of flexibility and adaptability. The $8 billion floating megaship city is called Pangeos, as I earlier stated. It was named after the supercontinent that existed in the late Paleozoic and early Mesozoic eras more than 200 million years ago and was formerly called Pangaea. The project will be built in Saudi Arabia and, if realized, will be the largest sea vessel ever built as a giant floating city. If the project is funded and approved, construction of Project 2033 is expected to begin at King Abdullah Port. We have to give it to them with innovation. They are good. The project is estimated to take up to 8 years with a completion budget of $8 billion. The huge hall contains 9 different bugs divided into several blocks. The project was designed and implemented by renowned Italian designer Pier Paolo Lazzarini from Lazzarini Design Studio, headquartered in Rome, Italy. The studio used 3D technology to create designs and concepts for floating city life. It would be something like a giant floating city with plenty of space for normal city locations such as parks, malls, public transport, and even hotels. If it is built, this ship will be the largest ever built. The current title holder for the world's largest yacht is the 180.61-meter German-built Azam. The largest seagoing vessel ever built was the Seawise Giant, built by the Japanese company Sumitomo Heavy Industry. Its length was 458.45 meters. When completed, the sea turtle-shaped Terra yacht will set a record for the largest floating superstructure ever built. The floating city covers an area of about 550 meters and is 610 meters at its widest point. It will be 3 times the size of the world's largest yacht, Azam. Lazzarini claims the project is technically just a yacht, but the main idea is to turn it into a fully functioning and self-sufficient city. It can float on water and travel long distances, but can be anchored to the side of a pier. It can transport guests at speeds of 5 knots. The gigantic ship is estimated to hold a total of 60,000 people, excluding an unspecified crew and undersea personnel. The town has a sufficient number of apartments and villas for anyone wishing to live in the area. This is giving Titanic vibes, but it gets interesting. Each wing of Pangeo has 69 apartments and 19 extravagant luxury water villas. Some of these apartments have great views of the ship's central harbor area, while others have sea views. There are also hotels, malls, and clubs for those who like to party. The ship's slow and steady speed is not surprising given its size. Guests wishing to travel between Pangeo and other locations have the option of using another ship or plane. The harbor for other boats will be built on board, and an upper shell area will allow access to flying vehicles. This is crazy but amazing if you're thinking of changing your environment. This looks promising. Unlike traditional cruise ships and yachts, Pangeo itself becomes a prime destination. The floating city of Pangeos is powered by 9 HTS electric motors, each producing 16,800 horsepower. Apart from this power supply, there are solar panels in the area that provide the energy needed to power the turtle-shaped Terra yacht. The yacht's large wings also harvest energy from wave breaking, giving Pangeos the ability to cruise continuously without unnecessary emissions. The hall begins at the harbor entrance to the main square and extends to huge terrace villas. It then leads to private houses, roof terraces, buildings, and an upper shell zone that provides a landing area for flying vehicles. The undercity space can accommodate over 30,000 cells and cluster compartments, providing an unsinkable floating solution for underground chambers. The material for this consists mainly of steel. Developing Pangeos is not without its challenges. One of the main concerns is the technical complexity of creating cities that can withstand the harsh conditions of the open sea. Ensuring stability, safety, and structural integrity is paramount. In addition, the logistical aspects of managing a mobile city, such as infrastructure maintenance, waste disposal, and resource replenishment, require careful planning and coordination. Another challenge is the regulatory and legal framework. A floating city, Pangeos navigates the high seas and must comply with various maritime laws, regulation, and conventions. Resolving jurisdictional issues and creating a legal framework to govern the operation and governance of cities requires cooperation and coordination between various countries. Naturally, building a large floating city is not cheap. Lazzarini estimates that Pangeos will require him to invest $8 billion. It's just a prototype, but Lazzarini Design Studio and Saudi Arabia are serious about it. Both parties wanted to realize and build the dream of a floating city. Aiming to raise the necessary funds for the project, they launched a crowdfunding campaign allowing anyone to purchase a virtual ticket for as little as $16. Funding can also be raised through the purchase of NFTs. This allows owners to own virtual apartments on turtle yachts. Also, through the Metaverse launch this year, it will be launching the Terra Yacht experience for those interested. They have yet to announce a launch date for the Metaverse later this year. Lazzarini says construction will take 8 years. Finding a suitable space large enough for such a huge building project is itself a challenge. Lazzarini designers think Saudi Arabia could be the right place. The King Abdullah port site has been identified by the designers as a candidate site for the mega project if the Saudi government agrees. Approximately 1 square kilometer of sea level will need to be dredged before construction can begin. A circular dam is used to control the water level on the site. But for now, Pangeos is still in the concept stage. But one day, construction of a futuristic floating city could begin in Saudi Arabia. Pangeos' prospects are exciting and uncertain. If implemented successfully, Pangeos could revolutionize urban planning and provide a template for sustainable, adaptable, and mobile cities. This concept can be extended to create multiple floating cities, forming a network of interconnected hubs to facilitate global connectivity and collaboration. Insights from Pangeos could also be incorporated into land-based urban development, inspiring innovative approaches to address the challenges of rapid urbanization and climate change. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this lovely video on the innovation and creative ideas of Saudi Arabia. While you are still here, please click on the thumbs up button and subscribe for more thrilling videos.